with PulseChain Tour?
So I was hoping to get that human interaction going, sitting down with, streamers, OG streamers, hexagons, community members, and then bringing no coiners to the mix, and doing that town to town to town, big locations where people can, gather and get to easily enough, or it doesn't cost them too much money or anything, real minimal fees, nothing outlandish, just to make it to where we can get together and have some good conversations, and teach people about the RH ecosystem, about Hex and Pulse and PulseX, and the history of crypto, and why Hex, Pulse, and PulseX are important, and what they mean in the history of crypto. That's what my talk is about. I talk about Bitcoin and Ethereum and the concepts that they proved, and then what Richard did with those concepts and how he bettered them and brought the better brought better crypto to the space. So that's what the whole talk is about. And no coiners, they get to hear, they get to pass all that 10, 12 years of history of bad bad crypto, because let's just face it, crypto hasn't been worth a shit until Richard came out with Hex. Really hasn't. In my opinion, it hasn't. I've seen it all, been through it all, lost, won, all of those backroom deals and pump and dumps and all that shit in the Telegram rooms and all that shit. I've been through it all. We know crypto was crap. And now finally, for the first time, we have something real and true. So getting out there on tour and talking about this in front of people with passion is what I want to do, and I think is necessary, because this is a model for filling up stadiums. I'd like to see us fill up stadiums. Now, whether it's me or doing it or not, I'm going to keep doing it until they put the hook on me and pull me off stage and say, no, you're done talking there, old timer. But that's what I want to see. I want to see stadiums filled up with us talking about this and what it can do, because until we have that, until we, have that viral moment and we start taking this thing to the world with virality, we're just sitting here kicking rocks. The next bull market is going to be important. The next bull market is when we're going to see all of our phones blow up. Everybody's going to come to these events, and we're contemplating. We've got the model set up, so we've got the towns, we've got the model, we know how to do it. Black Hexagon is on top of it. She knows exactly what to do and how to make this thing efficient. The community has come together and brought giveaways, and we give away, I think, 5 million Pulse and PulseX on the tour. So we always seem to get that into the hands of some newcomers or some no coiners, and then it's bringing the community together, setting up the model, and getting it ready for the bull run, and hopefully, next year we continue it on and we go into the bull run, getting louder and louder and stronger and bringing you like Axis and Kinetics and all of these guys that are in the chat room. We've got a whole bunch of OGs in your chat room today. Side effects. Look at all these.
You brought
them in. and we get all these guys talking to them too, because these guys all have passion and brain power and knowledge and wisdom of the space that is invaluable. I mean, it's one thing to see it 2D, but to actually sit down and shake Kinetic's hand and see what type of a human being he is, how he really cares for the space and how much time and effort he'll put into just talking to somebody about it, or Axis and the freaking brilliance that guy is. I mean, wow, sitting there and just listening to him, he just blows your freaking mind. Like, you sit there and listen. If you're a crypto person, you can sit there and listen to Axis for hours and hours and hours. He's just got that kind of intelligence, and he throws the heat like nobody's business. And then seeing what kind of a real human being he is when you sit down and have dinner with him. Like, there isn't a nicer guy on the planet than this dude. I mean, it's like, oh my gosh, man. And he's my friend. And it's just that's important for building community. And I'm hoping that in the bull run, we get to continue this. We get to make it bigger. We get to make it stronger. And then it becomes something important to the community where, maybe we end up having Richard tag along somewhere, or meet out with him somewhere in Europe, to take this thing around the globe. I'd love to get to Australia. I'd love to get to Europe. I'd love to, take the tour out there and do some bigger and better things with it, because the world deserves it. The world deserves to hear about this. And if they're going to gatekeep us, we got to do everything we can to get the word out, to get louder and louder, because eventually we get so loud, they can't stop us. They can't gatekeep us. The people are just going to come. We already seen it with Hex. People just came. No matter how hard they tried and flooded us, we kept going and more people came and more people came. And that's what we need to do. And that's what the Pulse Chain is all about, is we built a model that we can take to the world, that we can fill up stadiums with. And that's what I want to do. So get there to Atlanta this weekend, Saturday. There's still tickets available. Really cool story. I'll end with this.
Sure.
Kayla, Black Hexagon, was looking for a venue in Atlanta. And she stumbled across this venue that was called the Atlanta Blockchain Center. And hey, great name, so blockchain, maybe. Well, they let us come in there and do the presentation. So the gentleman that we met there, I had him on my stream last night. We met with them, and last night I discovered all this, that he's a Hexican, not really affiliated with the community or anything, but he got into Hex because Hex was Hex. So he bought Hex in the adoption amplifier phase, got it early, and he sacrificed for Pulse, and he sacrificed for PulseX. And the blockchain center of the Atlanta Blockchain Center actually has an incubation group that is building on the best L1 out there as far as decentralization goes. And they've got projects that they're building and they're working on. And like I said, it's an incubation chamber, and they're all working together and making their products better. And they're doing it on PulseChain because he's decided that PulseChain is and this is outside of the community. This is something going on at the Atlanta Blockchain Center. And so I'm going to get to go there tomorrow and sit in there, and they're having a Thursday meeting. So I'm going to go and sit in their meeting and watch what they do and how they do it. And it was just an amazing discovery that there's like other pockets and groups of people out there that believe in this like we do, that aren't influenced by the community per se. They were influenced by the product itself, by the L1 itself, and they're building on it. And they're actually developing, incubation groups to build on this L1 that is PulseChain. So I'm really excited to go meet these people and connect with them and be part of their thing. And Thursday night, we're doing a meeting with them. So anybody wants to go Thursday night at the Atlanta Blockchain Center, if you're in town for the meeting or whatever, come out there. And I think it's at 6 p.m. it starts. And so they'll be doing their talk and hanging out. And then I may speak there a little bit or something. I don't know. And then Saturday is the actual event. We're having the masterclass event. So all of the, oh boy, let's see. My Telegram is down. So my notes, hold on one second. Let me see real quick. My notes, because I'm really bad. So we're going to have, Mello's going to be there. Also, Marlon Williams, the founder of Starter Labs and the Blockchain Center, will be there. We're going to have, why is his name not on here? We have Cabana. I know that. So Cabana will be there. And of course, Rags, my good buddy Rags, we're going to have him out there. And then, a guy by the name of, Steve Histon will be, there. Steve Histon. Yeah. So he'll be there, speaking Hexagon. So we're going to have a masterclass event. It's going to be cool. A lot of OGs are going to be coming in. So get there, go get your tickets at PulseChainTour.com and come hang out with us.
Captain, it's been a fantastic one. We've seen hexagons everywhere, pockets of them at the Atlanta Blockchain Conference as well. PulseChainTour.com, everyone. You should definitely go there, check out if it's coming to a city near you, or make plans to visit. Like I said, when Captain and Black Hexagon and SJ came by, had an excellent time there myself. So highly recommend you check it out. Meeting in person, like you said, so much better relationship. It's just different. It's like streaming. I've streamed with people a million times. I meet them in person. I'm like, oh, we are automatically like closer. It's pretty cool.
Yep, it is.